insight into what led to the abrupt resignation of Milwaukee's health commissioner.
This was back in January, if you'll remember, but 8 months later, our Jason Calvi just receiving new documents that give us some answers as to what was going on back then. Jason, what have you learned?
Hey, Ted. Well, Kirsten Johnson, the health commissioner then, she had a heated email argument with Alderman Michael Murphy right before she resigned, and that's what we're finding in these records which we just got. We also found out that the city actually investigated one of her claims that he had lied about her, and in the city's report it says it could not substantiate that claim. A major city hall fight over this former convent on 68th Street. Milwaukee's health department leased it and then housed COVID homeless patients, opening in November 2022. But the alderman of this district, Michael Murphy, said the people living nearby weren't notified before it opened.
When a type of use goes in like this into a neighborhood, minimum, a neighborhood meeting should be held to inform residents what the intention is, what the use is.
In a December 12th email to then Health Commissioner Kirsten Johnson, Murphy wrote that he was extremely disappointed, and it was, quote, an embarrassment not only for you, but also for the mayor's office and myself. Then the Milwaukee Health Department hosted a community meeting.
And I said, I apologize on behalf of the health department.
Things then boiled over this January when there was questions about how long people would stay in the temporary shelter. The temporary occupancy permit was to end that very month. Murphy wrote Commissioner Johnson, "Why again was I not informed that your plans have changed?" 25 minutes later, Johnson wrote, "You repeatedly shamed me and humiliated me in a public forum. I have no interest in communicating with someone who has no respect for professionals or women."
Just not factually true.
A minute later, on January 5th, Johnson wrote the mayor's chief of staff saying, "I quit. I want 3 months severance, and you will hear from my attorney." 4 days later, she submitted her formal resignation letter, which would take effect in March. She wrote, "This has been the hardest professional decision I have ever made." So then in February, Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers appointed Johnson to serve as the Secretary of Health Services for the state of Wisconsin. As far as that old convent, Murphy says that he still doesn't have a proposal from the owner of that building, which the city had leased. Reporting live here at City Hall, Jason Calvi, Fox 6 News.
Interesting.